Hi everyone, this is Tanguy from H&T Wine Gallery. Today we are going to discover what is Méthode Champenoise or Méthode Traditionnelle. From the French word champenoise means basically related to champagne, and traditionnel means simply traditional. To sum it up in a few words, this is one of the methods, and therefore the most traditional one, that produces bubbles in wine, that is used to produce sparkling wines. This method was discovered by coincidence. Indeed, in the 17th century, wine producers of the Champagne region wanted to make wines similar to the famous Burgundy ones. But they failed, due to the cold temperature during winter that stopped the fermentation of the wines in the cellar. However, as the spring was coming, the rise of the temperature woke up the sleeping yeast that started to ferment again, producing CO2. Most of the bottles, which were very fragile at this time, broke due to the pressure. Another version says that it is the monk Dom Pérignon who was at the origin of this method and who developed it. The famous cuvée of Méthode Champenoise is named after him. In the early 18th century, French King Hugues Capet started to serve sparkling wines in official dinners. This was when it started to become fashionable. So basically, the Méthode Champenoise is about, therefore, a second fermentation in the bottle that produces carbonic gas or CO2. Today, the process of this method is the following. Once the wine has completed its first fermentation, it is bottled and blended with a small mixture of yeast and sugar to initiate a second fermentation. The name of this mixture is called liqueur de tirage. The bottles are closed with a crown cap, which will be useful during the later stage of disgorging. Then the wine is aged in the bottle for a certain time, usually 9 months and up to 5 years, depending on the wines. For champagne, it is usually 15 to 36 months. While aging, the yeast basically eats the sugar and produces energy and CO2. This is the second fermentation. The aging happens on the lees. Lees are basically deposits from dead yeast. The next step is the riddling. Bottles are stored, oriented at 35 degrees angle neck down, and are being rotated slightly, clock and counterclockwise, so that the lees will go down to the neck of the bottle. The process lasts a minimum of 50 days for up to 6 weeks. Then happens the disgorging, wherein the bottle necks are placed in a frozen bath, for the winemaker to pop out the frozen block out of the neck with the lees stuck in it. The final step is the dosage. This step consists in adding a liqueur de dosage, or liqueur d'expédition, a mix of wine and sugar, actually residual sugar, to compensate the wine removed during the disgorging, and also that will determine the final sugar level of the sparkling wine, which will give the classification if the sparkling wine is brut or sec, semi-sec, doux, sweet, etc. The bottle is now ready to get its final cork, with a muselet, the metallic wire that helps holding the cork, and after the foil. And your bottle of champagne is ready to be sold. So we hope you enjoy watching this video, and see you next time for another wine video. Cheers! Thank you for watching this episode, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share.